Hi, I'm Brian Crombie, and we're going to be talking on The Brian Crombie Show. We're going to be talking about politics, arts, business, and social issues on The Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. So it's a real pleasure of mine to introduce you tonight to Jenny Kim. Jenny is the owner of, president and CEO of top Canadian Marketing. It's a fascinating company that's got a whole bunch of interesting products that she supplies different companies to promote, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. But more importantly than that, actually, I think she's an incredible story of an immigrant to Canada that's done incredibly well, gotten very involved in business and in her community. And number three, the area that she's got involved in the most that I've been exposed to is a guy that I've had the pleasure of interviewing before that calls himself the urban monk. He's a Buddhist monk, and he's launched an effort for kindfulness, which is the combination of being kind and being mindful, and mindful through meditation. And Jenny is his biggest supporter and organizes conferences and seminars and huge conventions for this monk. And she gets up on stage and interviews people and introduces them and promotes the place. So Jenny Kim, welcome to our show. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about your business to start with. What do you do?
Okay, so my business, Canadian Top Marketing. You just say Top Canadian.
Top Canadian Marketing, no. Canadian Top Marketing, I apologize.
So Canadian Top Marketing, we offer all type of apparel with embroidery, promotional item with imprint. We have over 80,000 products to...
80,000 products?
Yes. Anything you need, we have it all.
And this is something you sell typically to companies to promote their brand, their logo, their motto, whatever, and then they would give it away or sell it to customers.
Mainly we promote 100% Canadian union made product.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So purposely, union is to keep Canadian employment.
Right.
So we protect job for Canadian, of course.
Okay.
We don't want to import a lot of stuff from overseas.
Right.
So we mainly focus create job to keep Canadian employment.
Okay, great.
Yes.
And during the last couple of years, has it been more challenging, selling promotional goods, because people aren't going to meetings and conferences and seminars anymore where they pick up all that paraphernalia? How has business been the last little while? Has it been challenging?
One thing you didn't know about me, I start that business from scratch.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I start with like few sample. Like of course I worked in the big company before. So I travel across Canada and United States, connect over a few thousand suppliers. But like I said, the first thing we focus on promote 100% Canadian union made.
100% union made?
Yes.
Yep.
But if any product that we cannot produce in Canada, then the second, our partnership in business is USA.
Right.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
And I look forward to go to the next big trade show in Las Vegas this January.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's the big show in Las Vegas?
It's kind of trade show.
It's a trade show?
Yeah.
Where you get ideas for promotion, or where you sell the promotional items?
It's like from year to year, like let's say before COVID, we don't have mass in the market. We didn't prepare for it. But our job, our industry, we make sure we like flexible, like make it flexible. Like before I focus like you see me in the kindness conference.
Yep.
You see a beautiful backdrop. You got a beautiful clock from me.
Yep.
And a mug.
Yep.
I also have surprise gift for you today.
You have a surprise good for
Yeah.
Oh, good. But that's what you do. It's things like mugs and backdrops and shirts and scarves and lots of different items.
Yeah, it's countless items. I
Yep.
just mentioned over 80,000 products to choose
80,000
from.
products.
Yeah. So in the past few years, and of course, as a single woman in business, it's a lot of thinking. So that's how I get involved with the kindness.
Right.
Yeah. So kindness is like about.
Well, let's hold
okay.
off on the kindness. I want to come back to that.
Okay.
Let me
So,
talk about
yeah.
how did you get started in business. So, were you born in Canada?
I came here in 1995
Yep. From
Yeah.
where?
from the south of Vietnam.
So, the south of Vietnam.
Yeah.
And did you speak English when you came here?
I didn't speak a word of English.
You didn't speak a word.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you came?
I came since I was 8 years old.
8 years old.
But luckily I was a smart kid when
Yeah.
I was in the south of Vietnam.
Yep.
But one more thing, also speak Cambodian. I'm Cambodian.
You're Cambodian?
I'm Cambodian.
Born in Vietnam?
Born in the south of Vietnam.
And the south is like what, the former Saigon area?
Davin,
Okay.
like very close to Ho Chi Minh City.
Okay, which is
Yeah.
which was Saigon, Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah, but I speak both language.
Vietnamese as well
Yeah.
as Cambodian. And so
Yeah.
you emigrated to Canada.
Yeah.
And was it challenging?
I didn't speak a word of English.
Yep.
Yeah. Imagine how hard, like,
I can imagine.
yeah.
Actually, I can't imagine. It must have been incredibly hard.
Yeah. So but I start with grade 9, and then all the kids, they born here, they start from kindergarten. But me, I didn't speak a word of English.
Right.
But then, like I mentioned, I born from, my grandfather was a smart gene, so I was a very smart kid
Yep.
since I was young. So luckily, when I start high school, I graduated within 4 years like everyone else.
Yep, great.
With honor roll.
Yep. And where was that?
Yeah.
In Mississauga or Toronto or where?
Westview.
Westview. Okay.
Yeah, Westview Secondary School.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then and you got involved in business right away or over time, later on?
No, I have to go study business
Yep.
in Humber College.
Okay.
Yeah. But then study business, it doesn't mean that we can know how to do business or
Yeah.
what type of product or service we can think of
Yep.
to deliver to benefit the
People.
community,
Right.
the society.
So when did you start Canadian Top Marketing?
I start in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah. After I worked for the big company.
You worked for a big company to start
Yeah.
with. In the same area doing promotional goods?
Actually, how I start is I start with dry clean owner since I was 20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you can, how I can operate a big company, Canadian Top Marketing, offer all type of apparel with embroidery, promotional item with imprint, because I like, since I was just 5 years old, you can see that I play with,
Fashion.
yeah, you can see.
Yeah, you're bright.
Yeah, so I kind of like just get a scissor, cut the top, make it, I just learned it on my own.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. So I think about.
Was it scary starting your own business?
It was a lot of challenge
Yep.
and a lot of struggle to face with. But luckily, I had passion.
You had passion.
Yeah, passion and mission in life.
Passion and mission. What's your passion? You wanted to do what?
Like discover life purpose.
Discover your life's purpose.
Yeah, since I'm very passionate into fashion design.
You're passionate to fashion?
Yeah, and then I combine with my work experience. So I kind of like I mean, it's a lot of work, but then maybe a little bit.
Well, I think you've done a great job at it because you've been incredibly successful, and I've seen you at events all over the place, and I think that the stuff, the products that I've seen you produce have been wonderful. So congratulations in that regard.
Yeah. So you catch me right here on your interview. You know why like this happened?
No.
Because I'm a single woman, operate a business in a big industry.
Yep.
Plus, I'm very passionate, share kindness, help spread good teaching to the society,
Yep.
brings spiritual mindfulness to police officer, paramedic, senior home, high school student. So I'm carrying multiple hats.
You are. There's no question. But
Yeah.
I want to come back and talk about kindness because I think it's
Yes.
fascinating and I'm really quite interested in what it's all about. But I wanted to, I apologize, I wanted to use you as an example for everyone out there because I do think that you're an incredible example
Yeah.
of a very successful, immigrant, single woman who's come to Canada, learned the language, was successful in business, in large business, and now launched their own successful small business.
Yeah.
And you're out there promoting your business day in and day out, and you do a great job on social media, and you do a great job at seminars and conventions that I've seen you at, and you've got this real passion for kindness, which we're going to take a break for some messages and come back more with Jenny Kim and hear about kindness, which comes from her Buddhist religious upbringing. Stay with us, everybody. It's fascinating.
अगर खुशियां गिनने का मीटर होता तो साफ दिख जाता सऊदी अरब वाले असगर भाई की इतनी, दुबई में सलमान और शाहिदा बाजी की इतनी, बर्तानिया से राशिद चचा और अमेरिका वाले आसिम साहब की ना सिर्फ इतनी खुशियां बढ़ चुकी हैं बल्कि बढ़ती ही जा रही हैं। इन सब के साथ साथ दीगर पाकिस्तानी भी ढेरों खुशियां समेट रहे हैं सोनी धरती रेमिटेंस प्रोग्राम के शानदार रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स के साथ। तो बैंक्स और एक्सचेंज कंपनी से रकम भेजते रहिए और हासिल करते रहे रिवॉर्ड पॉइंट्स के बदले फ्री सर्विसेज, इंटरनेशनल एयर टिकट्स, टैक्स और ड्यूटी पेमेंट्स, शिनाख्ती दस्तावेजात की रिन्यूअल, इंश्योरेंस पेमेंट्स, यूटिलिटी स्टोर से खरीदारी और बहुत सारी सहूलियात। आज ही सोनी धरती ऐप डाउनलोड कीजिए और रजिस्टर हो जाइए, क्योंकि आपके दम से ही है पाकिस्तान की तरक्की और खुशहाली। सोनी धरती रेमिटेंस प्रोग्राम, हमेशा अपनों के करीब। हुकूमत पाकिस्तान, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ पाकिस्तान और मालियाती इदारों की जानिब से एक अहम कदम।
Hi, I'm Brian Crombie, and we're going to be talking on the Brian Crombie Show. We're going to be talking about politics, arts, business, and social issues on the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. Welcome back to the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. We're chatting with Jenny Kim tonight of Canadian Top Marketing. And in addition to your marketing business, Jenny's got a real passion for something that she and a Buddhist monk, who calls himself the urban Buddhist monk, calls kindness. And it's interesting, Jenny, because I guess this was an outgrowth of Buddhism and the religion, not the religion, but the meditation that the urban Buddhist monk teaches, and at the same time he teaches this mindfulness meditation, but added being kind to it, and he's got this definition of kindness. And I've spoken now twice at your conferences. I've interviewed the urban Buddhist monk. He's a fascinating gentleman. I just think that it's a wonderful passion that you've got. Tell me, how'd you get involved in Buddhism and the urban Buddhist monk and mindfulness and meditation and kindness? How'd you get involved?
Yeah, it's a very wonderful story, wonderful question. So I'm actually original Buddhism. Yeah.
You are Buddhist?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I came from a country that we actually has no freedom to practice.
Religion?
Yes.
Vietnam.
Yes. So then, when I came to Canada, start from high school, and then of course like work with many different jobs, like
Yep.
you name it. I start from the ground up.
Yep.
Yeah. So I start from waitress, coffee shop, like, you know, being cashier in a coffee shop.
Yep. Cashier in a coffee shop.
Yeah, so from time to time, I grow, and then I think the first business that I own is dry clean.
Dry cleaning business.
Yeah.
Really?
You can see that I put myself into the machine operator.
Yep.
I can do the sewing.
Right.
Like nowadays, how I can operate a big company, Canadian Top Marketing, like when we serve from small business to big trade union, you know, union is big. Union like electrical worker,
Yep.
sheet metal worker, United Steel worker, like TTC, school teacher, they all need uniform.
Yep.
So wherever the product and service that the business or community need,
You supply it.
you can tell it is a very big industry.
Yep.
Yeah. So from time to time, business and personal life, it just, I feel that something is missing.
Right.
Yeah. Like, you know,
You
like,
get too busy with business. Yes.
no, like when I come to Canada, like I
Right.
mentioned, I'm original Buddhism.
Right.
We stick with language, culture, and tradition. But here is multiculturalism.
Yep. No question.
Yeah. So I feel that something is missing
In your life.
in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to bring my passion, make it into home. Of course, I'm very thankful and grateful Canada for giving me opportunity to go higher education,
Right.
be able to establish my own business.
Yep.
But then still something is
Missing.
emptiness,
Right.
is missing.
Yep.
Because like I said, I'm original Buddhism. So
Yeah. So you met this urban Buddhist monk?
yes. So it happened like as a woman in business, it's a lot of challenge, struggling. And I think in 2014, I faced with the accident.
Oh, you had an accident.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I got the accident, car
Okay.
accident.
Car accident.
And then I was about to like lose everything, even including the business.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
So then, I think one of the big Wisak festival, Mississauga Celebration Square.
Yeah.
Because my father also the president of association in my community.
Right.
And
In the Vietnamese community.
Vietnamese. I speak both language, Vietnamese and Cambodian.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And your father what?
He the president of
He's
the
the
temple.
president. Okay.
And the president of the association. So I follow his footsteps, like go to many different community,
Right.
join a meeting, and then I happen to join the big Wisak festival organized by the urban Buddhist monk.
Okay. So that's how you met him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over 10,000 people joined.
10,000 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see that I create a lot of meaningful items.
Yeah.
And then present to the VIP guests,
Yep.
including the mayor, Crombie.
Yep.
Yes. So then, yeah, and after that, like you know, when I'm original from, I was original farmer.
Farmer.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay. In
So,
Vietnam.
Yeah, we grow rice,
Yeah.
we grow vegetable. It's kind of like physical labor thing.
Yep.
Yeah. But then come to Canada, operate a big business mixed with how many language, how many background in Canada right now? It's like close to 200.
Yep. You found something was missing. You wanted this connection to your old religion and culture.
Yeah.
And you met this urban Buddhist monk at an event with 10,000 people that your father was involved in.
Yes.
But you're like so passionate now about mindfulness and kindfulness. How did you do that? Like, do you go to temple and meditate?
Yeah. So how it happened, since I faced with the accident,
Yeah.
left just struggle and
You
like
struggled in life.
nearly collapse and nearly lose everything.
Oh, really?
So then I found the meditation class.
You went to a meditation class?
Yeah.
With the urban Buddhist monk?
Yeah, the
Okay.
West End Buddhist Center.
At the Buddhist Center?
Yeah. So from time to time, and it connect to my original.
Connected with you.
Yeah. Something that I found that I been missing in the past so many years living life in Canada.
It struck you?
Yeah. And then I start to volunteer. I start to attend every Wednesday meditation class.
Yeah.
And then from time to time, I was like nobody because the class is like 100
Yeah.
100 people join every Wednesday. So like, I'm just like the student.
Right?
But then because of my hard work, because,
You wanted to do more?
yeah, because it connect to my background
Right.
as original Buddhism,
Yeah.
and he the Buddhist monk.
So
And
tell me, what's the connection between,
the most important is kindness.
what's the connection to kindness? How does mindfulness and meditation connect with kindness?
So what happened, like I was a business woman,
Yeah.
the business owner. I can have all beautiful, like material.
Clothes, jewelry,
yeah,
etc., yeah.
materialistic. But then when I faced with the accident, like my car was total smashed up.
Really?
Yeah.
And you were okay.
So I thought it could have
Happened to anyone?
Something happened to me. I could have lost my leg, my hand
Yep.
through the accident. But then I realized I must, or my ancestor or my parent must did a lot of good deed, kindness in life. That's how my car was smashed up, but I'm still here.
That's interesting. So you think your
Yeah.
parents or your ancestors did something good such that you could be in an accident, your car was smashed, and you were
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah. So we believe that
It's like karma.
karma, good deed. We believe we like very, yeah. Like you know it. Everyone faced with the accident, if
Yeah.
the car total smash up,
Yeah.
then it might
Well, that's
be-
interesting. And so that's what
yeah.
motivated you to do this connection between being kind and mindfulness.
It connects to my background.
Connects to your background.
Because I'm from the ancestor, and my parent used to be the president of the temple, and we are like kindness, like
And-
build the temple, spread good teaching.
Yeah.
And suddenly I connect with the urban Buddhist monk. He is someone who brings spiritual mindfulness meditation to police officer, paramedic, senior home, high school student, and
And I've seen you go to a lot of those events with him.
Yeah.
You're at a
And
lot of them and
do you-
promoting at them and organizing them. And
Yeah. Do you follow the story? One of his students, he actually fall into, sorry to say, but it's kind of like mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
No doctor can prescribe any medication to help him.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think one of the doctor actually refer Ryan to the urban Buddhist monk at the West End Buddhist Center.
yeah.
Then he know all the technique in Buddhism and meditation, and then he saved his life.
That's a wonderful story. I got to tell you,
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
rarely been as impressed with
Yeah.
an individual as I was by the urban Buddhist monk. I had the privilege of meeting him at
yeah.
those two seminars that you
Yes.
organized. I've interviewed him. He is very mindful and very kindful, and he just exudes that energy and has a positive impact, and he encouraged me to.
Two important things I want to mention.
Okay.
I'm the businesswoman.
Yep.
I know there is two types of possession in life. One is to create job. We need job, we need money, we need car for convenient transportation, everything. But this is something external thing.
Yep.
Because by the time that I faced with the accident, like as a business owner, no matter what I have, like
You could lose it.
yeah, I can't bring anything
So you
with
wanted
me.
to do something more.
Yeah, I can't bring anything with me.
Yep.
Like in terms of material, like beautiful
Yep.
jewelry.
No, I understand. You
Yeah.
wanted to do something more, and I think that's wonderful, and that's why I wanted to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Because I think you're an example of an immigrant that has done unbelievably well in our society, and you're contributing back now.
So in lab, we believe that not just I have two passion, expand the company, create more job, to keep Canadian employment, create
Yep.
job for the next generation.
Yep.
This is what the possession and every family need a good job, financial security.
Sure.
Yes.
And the second is kindness.
Second is kindness.
And thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, because like I said, by the time that I faced with accident, I realized that.
You
if
realized it.
some-
No question. You said that you might have a gift for me. Do you?
Oh yes, yes.
Can you show it to me?
Yeah.
That's so kind of you.
So, Canadian Top Marketing, we offer all type of apparel with embroidery, promotional item with imprint, serving from small business to big trade union. And today I will bring few surprise gift to you.
Oh, that's so
And
kind
I
of you.
will show this first, and okay, it's just all done.
That's very kind of you.
Yes.
And I got to tell all of you that the Urban Buddhist Monk and Jenny Kim and their kindfulness seminars are well worth it, because it's a great attitude of this mindfulness and meditation combined with kindness. And so I encourage you to think about it. What have you got there?
Yeah. So more often you see me carry few T-shirts.
Yep.
That is just help spread good teaching to the community.
Yep. Okay.
But my main business is kind of like serving from small business to big trade union.
Okay. Okay.
So we have kind of like safety T-shirt,
Fantastic.
hard hat for construction industry.
Okay.
In a
That's a
very
pretty
big
bright shirt. Oh my
industry.
gosh.
But that is not your gift.
Okay.
I'm also one thing I don't want to forget before we end. So when we work with the union is big and manly to create job and
Yep.
protect job to
Yep.
keep Canadian
I understand.
employment.
Yep.
So this hat is kind of like, if you see the label, we can have the label is 100%.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. Laurie, can I have your?
We got something else?
Of course.
Fantastic.
Yeah, because I told you we have over 80,000 products to choose
You didn't
from.
bring 80,000 products here.
No.
Okay.
Because you just tell me 2 weeks
Yep.
ahead.
Okay.
I could have bring more.
What have you got here?
Laurie, come. Open surprise. Yeah, come here. Okay, I make sure I don't drop this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. You have to help me put the box down here. Oop, I think put on the floor is better.
What have we got here?
Surprise.
A blanket. Canada won.
But
A backdrop. No, a blanket.
Here you
the
go.
Brian Oh my God, that's scary.
so someone is here.
That's quite something else.
Mr. Brian
Unbelievable. Thank you so much. That's very kind. That's our show
So,
for tonight.
yes.
Jenny Kim, Canada Top Marketing, and Kindfulness. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Good night.
आज ही सोनी धरती ऐप डाउनलोड कीजिए और रजिस्टर हो जाइए, क्योंकि आपके दम से ही है पाकिस्तान की तरक्की और खुशहाली। सोनी धरती रेमिटेंस प्रोग्राम हमेशा अपनों के करीब। हुकूमत पाकिस्तान, स्टेट बैंक ऑफ पाकिस्तान और मालियाती इदारों की जानिब से एक अहम कदम।